Hi everyone, welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Patience. In today's video, we'll be making this beautiful two-piece, one side off shoulder stylish hem top with a back elastic waist palazzo pants. Before we get started, kindly click the subscribe button. If you have done that, let's get into it. I'll be using this stripe stretchy fabric. It is 4 yards. I'll be using the stretchy part of the fabric for my circumference measurements. My fabric is on fold. What I have here is 19 inches. I added extra 3 inches to half of my round tie measurement. So to know the amount of fabric to fold, add extra 3 inches to half of your round tie measurement. So from the waistline here, I'll mark my crotch depth. I'll be using, my crotch depth is 12 inches. On this pant, I want the waist to be on the lower waist. So I'll be using 10 inches for my crotch depth instead of 12 inches. So I'll mark 10 inches and extend the line. After doing that, I'll mark the full length, which is going to be 44 inches. I'll be marking 46 inches plus 2 inches for hemming allowance, and I'll extend the line. From the folded edge on the waistline, I'll go in by 1.5 inches, and on the crotch line, I'll go in by ½ inch, and on the hemline, I'll go in by 1 inch, and I'll connect each point as shown. So I'll be taking my measurements from this line. Now on the waistline, I'll mark quarter of my waist circumference, which is 9 inches, and add 1 inch for sewing allowance, that's 10 inches. So what I have from this 10 inches to the folded edge is 11.5 inches. I'll mark the same measurement on the crotch depth in order to have a straight line. So I'll go ahead and connect the line this way. Like I said, I'll be taking my measurements from this line. Now from this ½ inch, I'll mark half of my round tie measurement, and from about 2.5 inches here, I am going to make a curve as shown. Half of my round tie measurement is 15 inches. So on the hemline, I am going to take out about 3 inches from the 15 inches, that is 12 inches, and I'll connect it this way. I'll be adding 1 inch ease on the crotch depth, so I'll be marking 16 inches here, and I'll be using 13 inches on the hemline. I'll go ahead and reconnect it back. I want the pants to be free. So this is it. I've gone ahead to add the 1 inch. That is it for the front piece. I'll cut it out, adding ½ inch for sewing allowance on the waistline. So this is what we have. I'll be using this front piece to cut out the back piece, and then I'll cut this line together with the back piece. I've gone ahead to fold another fabric for my back piece, and I added extra 3 inches because the back is going to be bigger than the front. This is extra 3 inches on the back piece because the back is longer than the front. So I'll go ahead and align the hem. Now on the waistline, I'll go up by 2 inches. So you can go up by 1 inch or 2 inches. And I am going to make a slant line from the waistline here past the 2 inches as shown. I'll also mark quarter of my waist circumference here, and I'll add extra 2.5 inches. So you can add extra 2 inches or 2.5 inches. I'll extend the crotch depth and connect these 2.5 inches as shown. After doing that, I'll extend the crotch line by 2.5 inches. So the back piece is going to be 2 inches wider than the front. From about 2.5 inches on this line, I'll make a curve as shown. And I'll extend the 2 inches to the hem. That is it for the back piece. I'll go ahead and cut it out. As you can see, I pinned my fabric to keep it in place. Now I am going to cut this line. So I'm cutting the front and the back pieces. So this is what we have, 2 pieces for the front and 2 pieces for the back. Now for the back, I'll go ahead and join the crotch depth by 1/2 inch. And for the front, on the crotch depth, I'll go down by 1 inch and I'll make a slant this way to the side and cut it out. And I'll join the crotch by 1/2 inch. I've done that. This is the front piece. I've joined the crotch and I've also joined the crotch on the back piece. Now I'll be joining the front and the back pieces. So I'll place the right sides together, join the crotch depth and also the side seams. I've done that. I've joined the side seam and I ensure this part on the crotch depth is aligned. So the next thing I'm going to do is to cut out the band. To do that, I'll measure what I have here on the front piece, which is 19 inches and the back is 25 inches. I've gone ahead to cut out the band, and this is the elastic band. It is 1.5 inches. On the band, I have 2 inches plus 1/2 inch for sewing allowance. So this is the 19 inches, but I have 20 inches here plus 1 inch for sewing allowance, and this is 26 inches plus 1 inch for sewing allowance. Now I am going to insert my elastic this way and secure it by 1/2 inch. I'll do the same thing on the other side. I'll secure it by 1/2 inch as shown. After doing that, I will sew on 1/2 inch as shown. As you can see, I am not sewing on the elastic band. The width of the elastic band is 1/2 of my waist circumference minus 6 inches. This is what it looks like. Now I'll be attaching the front band. I'll go ahead and align the folded edges, placing the right sides together as shown. I'll join by 1/2 inch. After joining, I'll trim out the excess. So this is what it looks like. I'll do the same thing on the other side. I'll align the folded edges, placing the right sides together this way. I'll also join by 1/2 inch and trim out the excess. So this is what it looks like. Now I am going to attach it to the pants, aligning the front and the back pieces. I will align the side seams and pin it down. As you can see, the front is aligned. Now on the back, I am going to stretch the band to fit and join by 1/2 inch. I've done that. I've attached the band and I also stitched on the midpoint of the band to keep it in place. So this is what it looks like. I've also hemmed. So that is it for the pants. Now I'll be cutting out the top using a pattern paper. I've gone ahead to mark my shoulder line. Right on the shoulder line, I'll mark 1/2 of my shoulder width plus 1/2 inch for sewing allowance, and I'll come down by 1 inch for my shoulder slant. For the neck width, I'll be using 3.5 inches, and the neck depth, I'll be using 4 inches. I'll curve the neckline as shown and slant the shoulder. From this 1 inch, I'll mark my chest line, which is 8 inches. In order to get a straight line, I'll mark from the shoulder, which is 9 inches, and I'll connect the points. I'll bring down my shoulder width to the chest line and connect it this way. And I'll mark the midpoint of this line, which is 4 inches. From the 4 inches, I'll go in by 1/2 inch. And on the chest line, I'll mark 1/4 of my bust circumference. Since it's a stretchy fabric, you don't need to add a side seam, but I'll add ½ inch for side seam, and I'll curve the arm side as shown. Now I'll mark my shoulder to bust point, which is 10.5 inches, and my shoulder to waist, which is 17 inches, and the full length of this top, which is going to be 30 inches plus hemming allowance. On the hemline, I'll mark 1/4 of my hip circumference plus ½ inch, and on the waistline, 1/4 of my waist circumference plus ½ inch, and I'll connect the points this way as shown. My pattern paper is on fold. I've gone ahead to mark the same measurements on the other side of the pattern paper, as you can see. Now I'll be cutting out the one side of shoulder. So from the midpoint of the armhole here, I'll go ahead and extend this part of the neckline to the midpoint of the armhole as shown. So this is what it looks like. In order to avoid gaping on the armhole area, I'll be marking my across chest measurement, which is 12 inches. Half of my across chest measurement is 6 inches. I'll be adding ½ inch, that is 6.5 inches for sewing allowance. So on this line, I'll mark from the midpoint, I'll mark 6.5 inches. This is going to help avoid gaping, and I'll reshape the arm side as shown. To create the stylish design on the hem, on the waistline here, I'll go down by 5 inches on both sides. From the crease line here, as you can see, this is the midpoint of my pattern. On this part that I have the off shoulder, I'll go in by 3 inches from the midpoint as shown, and I'll connect the 3 inches to this 5 inches I marked, and I'll also connect this 3 inches to this 5 inches on the other side as shown. That is it for the pattern. I'll cut it out. So this is what it looks like. I'll be using this pattern to cut out the front and the back pieces, placing the right sides of the fabric together. I've done that. I've cut it out on my fabric. As you can see, I cut out 2 pieces for the front and the back, placing the right sides together. So this is what it looks like. I've already added my sewing allowances on the pattern, and I used the stretchy part of the fabric for my circumference measurements, as you can see. For the neckline, I've gone ahead to cut out this strip of fabric. It is 1.5 inches. I'll be placing the right side of the strip of fabric on the wrong side as shown, and I'll sew by ½ inch, turn it over to the right side, fold in ½ inch, fold it again, and make a top stitch round the neck. I've done that on both pieces. This is the front and the back pieces. Now I'll be placing the right sides together this way, and I'll join the shoulder by ½ inch, and I'll also join the side seams by ½ inch. I've done that, and this is how it came out. The next thing I am going to do is to cut out both sleeves. I'll be using this pattern paper to cut out the off shoulder sleeve. I've gone ahead to mark the shoulder line. Using my bodice pattern, I'll place my measuring tape here. As you can see, this is the bust line, the waist line. So for the off shoulder, I used 5.5 inches, as you can see from the pattern. Now I'll take out the 5.5 inches and mark my chest line, which is 9 inches. And I'll mark half of my armhole measurement plus 1 inch for side seam. I'll bring out my pattern and place the armhole area on the marked line this way as shown. And I'll trace out the arm side. Now I have my exact armhole measurement. I'll mark the full length of my sleeve, which is going to be 24 inches. So for this off shoulder, I'll be using 24 inches, and on the main sleeve, I'll be using 25 inches. So the off shoulder sleeve is going to be 1 inch shorter than the main sleeve. On the hemline, I'll mark half of my round wrist and connect it this way. I'll leave the 1 inch at the top for hemming allowance, and I'll cut it out. So that is it for the off shoulder sleeve. For the main sleeve, I have a detailed video on how to draft a basic sleeve. I'll put the link on the description box. As you can see, this is 25 inches and this is 24 inches. So the off shoulder sleeve is 1 inch shorter than the main sleeve. I'll go ahead and cut it out on my fabric. I've done that. Now I'll join the side seams, and then I'll hem. I'll also hem the upper part of the off shoulder sleeve. I've done that. I've joined the side seam and I've also hemmed. So the next thing I'm going to do is to attach the sleeve. On the off shoulder, I'll align the side seam, and as you can see, they are aligned. I'll go ahead and join by 1/2 inch. I'll do the same thing on the other sleeve. After doing that, I am going to hem, following the shape. I've done that. I've attached the sleeve, and this is how it came out. And I've also hemmed, following the shape. The last thing I am going to do is to create the ruffle on the side seams. To do that, I'll be using this elastic band of 10 inches. I'll divide it into 2, so I'll be using 5 inches elastic band on both sides. I'll be attaching it on the wrong side, on the side seam, starting from about 1 inch. I will stretch the elastic band and sew directly on the stitch. I'll stop at 1 inch on the hem. This is what it looks like. I'll do the same thing on the other side seam. I've done the same thing on the other side, and this is how beautiful it came out. We have come to the end of this tutorial. If you have not subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? If this video was helpful, kindly give it a thumbs up, click on the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.